folks, coffee at the ready. Welcome along to another brew day video. We're still deep in the midst of lockdown here in Cape Town, and prohibition is still going on, so we can not buy any alcohol. So yeah, another brew day video. Stocks are getting dangerously low, so this time I've decided to brew something a little bit different, and it's from this Camera's Essential Homebrewing book, which was sent over to me by Dave Stratton from the UK quite some time ago. And we're going to brew this recipe here, which is the Tornado Top Hat, and that's by Wild Weather Ales. It was brewed in collaboration with Liverpool's Mad Hatter Brewery, and it's described as a Banana Split Hefeweizen. So it says the trademark banana esters from the German wheat beer yeast are amplified by adding bananas throughout the brewing process. It's a full-bodied beer delivering flavours of banana, cream and chocolate. The recipe uses a jungle's worth of bananas, lactose, and then chocolate syrup for bottle condition priming. So we're going to add chocolate syrup to the keg. I'm going to keg condition this beer. I've tweaked the recipe slightly, so I've scaled it up to a 23 litre batch, just because I know in my system, by the time we account for some losses, that'll give me 19 litres in the corny keg. And also I'm going to use, again, some Saf Ale WB06. I seem to be using this yeast quite a bit lately. The recipe called for Mango Jack's wheat ale yeast. I think it was M20, but I don't have that and don't have access to that. And we're going to switch the hops out for East Kent Goldings, and it's just a single hop addition at flame out, and also a whole load of bananas go in at flame out. So I've also reduced the boil time down from 60 minutes to 30 minutes. I don't see the point in doing the 60-minute boil for with no hop additions. I normally do a 30-minute boil anyway, so we'll switch that out. Yeah, so we have mashed in. It's currently mashing at 66 degrees Celsius in the GrainFather there. And yeah, come back in a bit and join us for the rest of the recipe. Cheers. Okay, so we need to cut up 374 grams of bananas and pop them in this bowl, yeah? Good job. Okay. You can put it all in, yeah? All the banana, the whole thing.
I can get this thing also.
Yeah. So that's 92. So we're going to peel another one. It's good to have a little help with doing bananas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. Good. A bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more, tiny bit. Okay, try that. Try that. Perfect, look, 374. And it was supposed to be 374. Good job. Who's going to eat that?
Me.
Thank you.
Bananas.
You can help me with the bananas in a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the recipe says to add the bananas before the sparge. So I'm just going to add them here with about 15 minutes to go in the mash. And that way I can give it a nice stir in, and the grain bed will still have a bit of time to settle out again during the mash and the mash out, during the last 15 minutes of the mash and the mash out. And then they'll be in there for the rest of the mash out and the sparge. Can't say I've added bananas to a beer before, so this is interesting. Definitely smells banana-y now. So that's the recirc back on, and there's 15 minutes left to go at the mash, and it's still at 66 degrees, so that's perfect. So there was the lactose in there, and also the water chemistry additions. So it was calcium chloride, gypsum, and some sodium chloride. Just gonna give that a good stir in so that the lactose dissolves nicely and doesn't scorch on the bottom. Just give it a bit of a scrape. Doesn't feel like there's any lactose left down there. And start the timer. 30-minute boil. Look, what I want to do, look, can you move your hand, please?
Okay.
Chop that off. We don't want that bit. Chop that bit off, and then we're going to slice these up like that. Okay?
Still with the peels on.
Yeah, with the peels on, like that. Okay? And then when we're done, we can pop. We can pop them in this bucket. Okay? Go on then.
So you put them in the bucket.
You cutting already? Okay, one. So put a tiny bit in. Yes, perfect. So the rest you can take with you. Okay, so that's the boil finished. We're going to add 1.2, I think, kilograms of bananas and their peels. And 24 grams of East Kent Goldings, which was my hop substitute for the Browning Cross. And I'm going to do a 5-minute whirlpool and a 15-minute stand. Set that going. There. 98 degrees C, that was what I predicted on the calculator for the hop stand temperature, so that's great. IBUs should be good. So we are now transferring, and as you can see, or can't see if I focus, we're transferring at around 23 degrees. So I want to ferment at 24, so looking good so far. Going straight into the conical there. Okay, so during transfer, and it's going to be a really slow transfer, I think banana has got stuck in my filter a little bit, but it is transferring. I'm going to pitch this WB06 yeast, which I sanitized, and also sanitized the scissors. I'm going to pitch it on top of the wort. It's about halfway there. I'm just going to attempt to hydrate it with the slow wort that's coming through here. I'm not going to oxygenate this for two reasons. Firstly, because fermenters don't recommend it with their dried yeast sachets anymore when you're pitching dry yeast. And secondly, because obviously with this being a banana beer, we want to force out some of those banana-y esters as well from the yeast. So yeah, for both those reasons, I'm not going to aerate it, but it obviously will get some aeration here through the height of the transfer. Right, so that transfer was a bit of a nightmare. Lots of banana pulp getting stuck in the pump. Yeah, I think in hindsight, maybe I should have used the hop spider, but I didn't want to. I wanted the banana to have enough contact with the wort, and the hop spider is quite small. I guess if you have the false bottom attachment on the GrainFather, then that won't be such a problem. But that little filter, I've never had a problem with it, with the amount of hops I've thrown into beer before. But yeah, the banana not so good. Anyway, we got there. We got it transferred. It's currently sitting at at 19 due to the really slow transfer. The temperature also ended up being a lot cooler than I normally get. So I've got that heating now in the conical. Just done a OG reading, and it's sitting at 1059. We're aiming for 1055. So yeah, we'll see where the final gravity finishes. BrewFather predicts that it's going to finish at 1016, but in the recipe book, they what does it say? They think it's going to finish at 1022. So it's going to be around about a 5% beer, but we'll see where it finishes up. Might be slightly higher, might be slightly lower. Yeah, so time for a beer. This is a sour IPA that I brewed. I didn't film that brew day. It was a bit of a spontaneous brew day, but really happy with how it's come out. So if you guys are keen to see more sour beers, please drop a comment down below, especially sour IPAs. I'm really loving these at the minute. Or if you're keen to see anything else, just drop a comment down below, and we'll see what we can brew next. But thanks for watching. Till next time, cheers.